Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my official introduction video and my first ever real YouTube video. I have a weird hobby. I collect haunted dolls. I am a self-proclaimed psychic medium and I have been for a very long time. I read tarot cards, I read tea leaves. I see dead people, I speak with the dead, and I first found out about spirit dolls. I didn't realize it was really a thing. Like, I knew there were haunted items, haunted objects, but I really never, thought about a haunted doll. And I realized that there was a market to buy and sell them. And the concept kind of bothered me, because these are people we're dealing with, these are their souls they're dealing with. It's kind of weird to me, but I decided to buy one and try it out. The other side has always kind of frightened me ever since I was like a little girl, and that is why I decided to start bringing in haunted dolls, because to have better understanding, because the spirits that are attached to them are just people, and I don't want to be scared. Because they are people, I wanted to have a better understanding of the other side. What happens when you die? Where do you go when you die? How can you communicate with us? How can I see you and communicate with you? And I bought one, and then I bought another and another and another, and some people have given me some. I've gotten them online through Etsy, eBay, Facebook, I'm sure Craigslist, but I've never used that. I've gotten them at garage sales, antique stores. You could come across them all over the place. Not every doll is haunted, obviously, and I don't believe that my dolls are people or the living and breathing things. They just so happen to have a spirit attached to them. This is Gloria. I will go into more details in a moment, but I just wanted to give you an overall introduction. I'm a single mom. Currently, because of COVID-19, I lost my job, so now I have a little time to share my the hobby with you guys. I keep my dolls all around the house, and I do move them. They don't stay in one space. I have some in my room and the others in my living room, in various places. I have some in my dining room, and I will move them. I don't take them out for walks or to the store or anything like that, but I do interact with them. When life gets busy, I don't always have time, and I do apologize, and they can get hurt. Their feelings can get hurt, and you just have to explain what's going on to them. I talk to them. I talk to their spirits like I would another human being. Not all spirits are always willing to communicate. The ways that I use through a spirit box. There is an app I use called the Necrophonic app that I really, really love. That's my preferred method. You can use a pendulum. Most of the dolls that I have don't like the pendulum. I have only one doll that will consistently speak via the pendulum. I get things intuitively as well. And those are the primary ways that I communicate with them. I have 2 kids. Obviously, I'm a single mother, and they actually really enjoy them, especially the younger spirits. They really took to the younger spirits. They enjoy them. When we're like watching TV or doing something downstairs, sometimes I'll just bring them down and sit down with my kids. They're not afraid of them. My kids also they have seen my youngest son. I knew he had the same gift when maybe he was about 8 months when he was first crawling, because he would see that. I know he would be communicating with the same thing that I saw, so I knew he had the same gift. And my other son, I'm sorry, I also have a dog and 2 cats. My other son, his gifts didn't start developing until a little later, until maybe about 2 years ago. But he also. So I include them in everything that I do because I grew up scared of my abilities and I do not want them to grow up scared. And the only reason I started developing my abilities is because I was so terrified of certain things that I've seen. And I didn't understand. But as with anything, the unknown is scary. And the more you learn about it and the more you empower yourself and learn how to control it, and shut it off when you need to, and how to set boundaries, it's not so scary. So I want my kids to learn that as well. This, as I've mentioned, is Gloria. She's a very old doll. Not all of my dolls are old or antiques or vintage. She so happens to be. I do not know what kind of doll she is. She is a pressed velvet face. The person that I got her from wasn't sure either. Like, she is a type, but there's no markings on her body anywhere. So we think maybe she could be from the late 1800s, turn of the century. But she can also probably go up to like the 1920s or 30s, so we're not entirely sure. She's pretty old. I don't necessarily think her dress is original to her, but then again, I don't know. She is an interesting spirit. I don't necessarily think that she is human. She sometimes can scare me. She scares me when I use the spirit box or the necrophonic app to speak with her. I don't use a Ouija board, and I haven't used a Ouija board only because you need or should use more than one person, and I don't really have anyone to do that with me. So I just stick to the methods that I use. The person that I got her from was a psychic investigator or a ghost hunter, some type of investigator, and she also had issues getting information out of her. She's not bad. She's definitely a strong energy. She's interesting. Like, I'm very curious about her. Like, I just feel like she holds a lot of secrets. That I've yet to unlock. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I say she, but I don't think she's human. I say she only because of her doll. It's in a dress. It's a girl. I will sometimes refer to the dolls as the vessel, or because it's just what the spirits are attached to. One thing about Gloria is I know her name is not actually Gloria, and she will say to me, "Say my name." And I've gotten that on, it's like a spirit box or the app, and I don't know what her name is. I don't, and I've asked, but I've never gotten anything clear, like any clear names from her. So she's definitely a mystery, but I was never afraid of her when I first got her, but when I started really exploring her with through other means, I kind of became more frightened because her energy is very, very, very strong. So I'd like to continue to explore her, and hopefully tonight I'll get to talk to her a little bit. This is Lena. She's not as old of a doll as Gloria. She is I believe the very first doll that I ever got that was haunted. I got her because I was told, I got her from what I think is a very reputable store to get her from. She is also gifted, the woman who sells her. I have found that like there's some inconsistencies with information that she has said about them and what I've gotten, and it could be a number of reasons. I know she died fairly young. She had a hard life. She was a mother. She told me of 8 kids. Her husband wasn't so nice. From what I've heard, she grew up in the 1700s. I will say, not grew up, I'm sorry, lived in the 1700s. I will say that when I've spoken to her before, I believe she said that she lived in the country, whatever that means to her, to you. I will say that she's probably one that I've worked the most with, that I'm the closest with, because I keep looking over there because I had seen some kind of spirit over there, and my cat is just hanging out, like looking at the wall, so he's picking up on something. But she's the one she was a medium. I was told that she was a medium when she was alive, and she likes to continue to act as such now that she's passed over, and she likes to act kind of as a bridge between the other side and the living world. She always is willing to communicate via pendulum, always. And yesterday I was able to get information from her through the spirit box, but a little bit difficult. So I would like to try with the necrophonic app with her again. I do find the sessions that I do draining. The last time I did a long session, a window ended up breaking, and I didn't do another session for 3 weeks. It is very draining to me. It takes a lot of energy out of me and out of them. I bought this, I don't remember what this is called, but I bought this meter that's supposed to help spirits gather energy to communicate. I trust Lena. This is a spirit that I trust. I was very sick when I first got her, and once I got her, a lot of my symptoms eased. And I really contribute that to her. I trust her, and I trust her opinion about other spirits. So when I bring in another spirit into the house, I will ask her about the spirit or about the other people, because I trust her, and I know she's not a negative spirit. I know she's honest and straightforward. And I've had her the longest, and like I said, I've been the closest with her in terms of like a relationship wise. We have a working relationship, I definitely would say. I will see her. Gloria, I've never seen an apparition of. Lena, I've seen an apparition of. She appears very, very similar to her doll, which is not always the case, but she looks very similar to her doll. She's blonde. She's on the taller side, and she's slim, and she does stand up very straight, much like this doll. She even has like a very similar outfit on, not identical, but it's similar, like a dress. She opens and closes my cabinets a lot. Like I feel like she always has them open. That's the only thing that I've really ever noticed with her that I can attribute to her in terms of movement or things like that. I get asked a lot, like, do they ever move anything or they ever do anything? And I don't know. I have a lot of pets. I have a lot of kids, and I'm not always paying attention. I do have things go missing a lot. Like I notice my shoes are always missing and they're always moved. There's just like little things like that I do notice, but I can't, it's hard because I do have a lot of spirits to say that it's any particular one. And when I do say it's a particular one, it's usually because, for instance, I will see her, Lena, in my kitchen and the cabinets, but it was something that started only immediately after that they came. And I think that's all that I have for Lena. So now all the dolls that I have are haunted. I'm not sure if she's haunted. She is the only doll that I have brought in that my kids are afraid of. I have to admit, she did creep me out. Her head is not she does not have a movable neck, but my kids and I have all seen her head turn. So that makes me believe that she is spirited. But I also like to just collect old dolls. This is Liza. I got her from the same seller that I got Gloria from. She is one of my newer dolls. She is a very beautiful vessel, but I have not had any communication from her as of yet that I have noticed. I know from what I was told, she passed when she was older. She lived in New York City, and but I have no experiences with her myself, so I can't really speak to anything more. I apologize for making this video so disjointed. I'm brand new to this, so I'm sure I will learn how to better edit as time goes on. This is Oola. She is my smallest doll vessel. She also is not one to speak much. I bought her from somebody I got her from the same person that I got Lena from, but Once I heard her name come through on the spirit box, but she is not one to talk. She can be known as a travel vessel because she's small and you can take her with you. But I don't really also know much about her. She is one of the more quiet spirits, one of the more timid. One of the places I keep my dolls are in this baby carriage. I don't know information about all of them. Some of them I quote unquote rescued and rehabilitated a little bit in terms of their actual vessel. Others I don't know. I was given her, I call her Anna Maria. I don't know 100% if she is spirited or not. I call her Grandma. I got her or took her from somebody who was very scared of her. They said that she was always found in different rooms. I've never had her move. However, I do feel that there is a spirit attached to her. She's of an older woman who passed away when she was in her 60s. I don't know why I felt like she lives in a nursing home. But one thing I will say, she loves her grandkids and she absolutely loves to cook. And I will bring her in the kitchen with me and we can cook together. And she really enjoys that. Let me see, this one I don't have a name for. I don't have a name for. I don't have a name for. And I don't have a name for. I got them from somebody who had too many dolls and they couldn't handle them. They were in really, really terrible shape and it took me a few weeks to get them in better shape. I have my doubts. I was told that they were all spirited, but I have my doubts for these two. I feel that she is, but I'm not sure about her. This is Claudia. I had got her from somebody who had passed away who also collected spirit dolls. I don't know much information. I will say the ones in this cart are the ones that I'm not as familiar with as the one upstairs because I just haven't gotten to explore them yet and have conversations. I know her name is Claudia and I know she has strong energy. I got a lot of headaches when I brought her in, but I don't know much about her beyond that. This is Roxanne. She likes to go by Rox. I'm very fond of her. She loves Queen. She absolutely loves Queen. She loves to play it. You'll know when she's around because you'll get like Queen songs stuck in your head and she just loves to blast it and you'll be humming it. My one son all of a sudden became obsessed with Queen after I brought her in. She's very fun. She was an EMT when she was alive. She had trouble making friends. So that's why I wanted to bring her in because she was on the younger side when she died. So, I could be her friend. These are some of my smaller ones. And all the smaller ones are considered travel vessels because you can bring them with you. This is Bexley. Bexley is always a mess. I try to fix her up as best as I can. She does not want you to touch her hair. She does not want you to fix her hair. I want to fix her hair all the time and it bothers her. She does not want you to fix her hair. Outside of that, I don't have any other information. I will bring her to work with me. She's nice energy. She's nice to be around. Then I have these two beautiful, beautiful ladies. This is Claudia and this is Rosa. Rosa helps find love. She wasn't so lucky in love in her life, in her living life. And so she likes to help people bring in love. The person who had her before me would always lend her out and when they're having trouble with love. I have not explored her. I don't know much about her. I don't know much about her yet. But this is Claudia. Claudia is telepathic. I've had conversations with Claudia. I like Claudia a lot. I've asked her for help before. She will assist you. And I feel bad asking for help. I don't like taking advantage just because they have abilities. Claudia was telepathic in her life, and she still is, and she has the ability to kind of influence people. If you need something to go your way, you want somebody to call you, you ask her and she'll make it happen, and she does. And I just express my gratitude because I'm not really sure how you pay back a ghost. These are my heavier spirits. They're in a protected case. I don't know anything about this, but I got her from somebody and I didn't even know she was in the package. She was just thrown in there and I didn't like her, so I put her right in here. I don't believe that she is haunted, but I put her in her just in case. Either this one or this one is a Nellie, and Lena has told me that she doesn't like Nellie, and either this one or this one had given me scratches the day that I brought home. She's very old. She's from the 1800s. These two are probably from the 70s. She can be pretty old as well. And then we have the Eva baby doll. She came with the name Samantha, but that's not her name. I was told that she was a heavier energy. She has caused harm to another doll of mine, another spirit doll. She is also a baby. I always felt her name is, I always got Esther, and there was another name that I got, but I can't remember now. She gives you really, really, really horrible nightmares, like horrible nightmares. So she has to stay away because I feel like she gets jealous. I don't think she's an evil spirit. I just think that she is disgruntled. I feel like she has things that she has to work through. I feel like she's somewhere between the ages of 4 and maybe 14. I also feel that she's possibly mentally disabled in some way. I'm not sure how she died. I don't know if this was a nightmare she gave me or if she was telling me how she died through drowning. To be honest, I'm a little scared to look into her further. So here they stay for now. My core group of people I keep in my room, and Gloria and Lena are usually in my room, and I also keep all of the young spirits in my room, the babies, the kids, because they need the parental figure. I keep them in a crib, which I'm about to show you now. This is the group that I keep in the crib. This beauty is June. She's a very sad spirit. She's a young girl. I'm not sure how old she is. I would say she's a toddler, 2, 3. I don't even say she's 4. She cries a lot. I will hear her in the middle of the night crying, mama, mama. And I will bring her into bed with me because her cries will wake me up. It's really sad. She was found in a burned down house, but she is obviously unscathed. She is very, very beautiful. Her doll is so beautiful. But she does not like to talk. Like I will hear her. I've never seen her, but I will hear her. But she does not like to communicate via the spirit box. This guy right here, Samuel, call him Sam. I adore him. He was my first male spirit that I got. He loves beer. He really likes to drink beer. The boys, my kids love him so much. He is fun. He loves the ladies. I brought him to work once with me and he just had a field day. He likes to flirt, as weird as that sounds. I have seen him. He will stand there kind of watching you. He used to antagonize my cats when I first got him. I had to ask him to stop. And I kind of gave him an offering of beer and he gladly stopped. He's an overall fun guy. He's in his young 20s. From what I have gathered or through different sessions with him, he's kind of stuck here and I would like to figure out how to release him. Like, I know there are your traditional methods of releasing spirits, but I really want to figure out like how I can help him because he's fun. I really enjoy him. I also believe June is stuck here and I'd like to help her move on. This beautiful lady, her name is Roland. She has talked via the spirit box before. She was also a mom. She died in her 30s of cancer. When she is happy, oh my gosh, her energy is just so infectious. Like she will change the whole energy of the room. She likes to dance. Like I will take her up with me and just dance. She doesn't always like the music I put on. But her facial expressions will change. Not often. Her eyes do move, I've noticed, from time to time. She was not happy. I had to do some convincing. She came in clothes that were like stained and didn't fit well. And I had to do some convincing. Her hair gets messy very easily, but I do like to fix her up. I will say that she's the one I most consider a friend. She was also a mom. She kind of didn't have a great husband, a great life. She died really young. She had a hard life. And but she's a really nice spirit. I've seen her looking out the window, out of my front windows. She loves to look out the windows. She has dark hair with bangs, and her hair is kind of like shoulder length, but it's a little, I don't want to say frizzy, but like a little poofy, like maybe wavy. She's very beautiful when I've seen her. And then I have Malik, not Malik, it's Malik, and his sister, who I have no information about. They are siblings, and Malik will come to you in your dreams. I've seen him manifest also like an apparition in my house, but I know nothing about his sister. His sister is very quiet. And sometimes it could take a very long time for spirits to open up and trust you and talk to you. And this is Emmy. When I bought Emmy, I was told that she was spirited. I do have my doubts, but she's only supposed to be like a few weeks old, a few months old, so I'm not really sure how I'm not sure about her. And I hate to say this, but this is my all-time favorite. This is Hava. Hava loves to talk on the spirit box. I mean, she's a little kid. She told me she's 2, you know, so you can really only get the amount of information out of her that you can out of a 2-year-old. She loves to say hi. She loves to cuddle. She loves to cuddle. She loves to be held. She loves to go everywhere with you. She's your typical kid, like this little baby kid. Her facial expressions have changed. I brought her to work with me, and my coworkers have all seen her facial expressions change. So she is definitely the most expressive. Unfortunately, that my disgruntled baby doll has twice harmed her. You know, and at that point I only had her in a box, so I took, you know, a little more serious measures. I think she's jealous because of the amount of attention I pay to her, but the other doll I literally cannot keep out because of the nightmares she gives. And, you know, I'm also just afraid that she'll cause, you know, bodily harm. She likes to say hi all the time. I don't know anything. She'll say her name. She'll say she's 2, but that's it. But she does always show up. She always tries to sneak in when I'm doing a spirit box session with somebody else. She does always try to sneak in. Look at the little smirk. She's very cute. And, so that's it for the dolls that I have and where I keep them. I hope that you enjoyed my little stories about them. And I know I'm missing information. I know there's so much more information that I could give about them, but you know, as that comes up, I'll do other videos and share. But I just wanted to do an overall introduction video of who I am, what I do, why I do it, and all the spirits that I have with me. So I hope that you enjoyed.